Welcome to How Preschool Teachers Do It.
I'm Cynthia.
I'm Alison.
And we have a combined 55 years of experience working with children, families, and experts in early education.
We are not random influencers.
No, we are not. Whether you are new or have been our podcast peeps since 2018, we are thrilled you found us. Hi, preschool peeps.
Hi, peeps.
Welcome back on this fine Monday.
Yay.
Yeah, we have an episode today that we didn't even intentionally relate to the last episode. So it's a separate topic, but a sort of related topic.
Yes. I
So-
like that when that happens.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
I like when we flow like that.
Yeah.
Because we know people binge us, they tell us.
They do. Yes.
We have two places where people might be binging us. They're among our listeners, so
They
go ahead and do
are.
that.
We're shouting out Auckland, New Zealand. So hello, everybody there. And also the birthplace of aviation, Dayton, Ohio.
See, trivia. That takes no more time than us going, have you been there? Have I been there? Have you been there? The birthplace of aviation.
Yeah.
Hello, Dayton, Ohio.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being among our preschool peeps. We see you. We appreciate you. We want you to recommend the podcast to
Yes.
people. So please do that. Last time in the last episode, and if you didn't hear it, please go back and listen. It was about these devices. The one we spoke about the most was from the Mayo Clinic, and it uses artificial intelligence, but it helps families to understand when a tantrum might happen, was the one we focused on.
Yeah.
But there are others that we mentioned in the episode. And so today we're also kind of talking technology.
I know.
Something
So
that makes
weird.
you uncomfortable.
I'm not good with technology.
Okay.
Just not.
Well, we're talking tech.
I know.
All right.
It's the way of the world. I understand.
It is.
that this
It's
is where
totally the way of the
going.
world.
Yeah.
Yeah. And one of the things that seems to be going is the availability of artificial intelligence when it comes to children's toys.
Yes.
We do want to be clear, though, that first of all, we're not endorsing any product.
Yeah.
And we want to be clear that is different from the sorts of talking, moving toys we had in the past. I'm reminded when
Yes.
Alison described this to me, actually, and I was like, this reminds me of Teddy Ruxpin from all those
Yes.
many years ago.
Yes.
If you don't know what that is, go look it up.
Yeah.
A Teddy Ruxpin, where it was a recorded voice.
It was a recorded voice. It was a cassette that was put in there, right? So I guess on the cassette you'd have maybe a couple conversations that were like preloaded, but basically once you went through the cassette and you flipped it over and you went on the other side, that was it. There was no more conversations to be had. They would just repeat, right? So you
Yeah.
would say the same thing over and over again in a certain order or whatever. There was no.
I thought there was like a little disc or something with Teddy Ruxpin.
Or maybe it was a disc. Maybe
It
I'm
was a
dating
little
myself
disc
even
or
further back than I
something.
am. Maybe it was a CD.
Maybe it was some kind of little disc. I don't know,
Yeah,
but it was
I don't know.
pre-recorded, and it
Yeah.
didn't. It was supposed to be like it's talking to you, but really it's just
It's
pre-recorded.
not.
It's
yeah,
not.
because it's not responding to you because it's just a pre-recorded thing.
And then of course we had. I'm gonna rate it. Here's how much I'm gonna date myself.
Okay.
The pull string talking toys.
yeah.
Where you would take the string, you could if you don't know, if you're younger than me and you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch like Toy Story. They
I
have
was just
some on there.
thinking, like Woody in Toy Story. There's a snake.
There's a
in my
snake
boot.
in my boot, right?
Yeah.
You would pull the string,
Yes.
and it would just say whatever. I don't even know how
but
they
that was
worked.
also pre-recorded in a certain order. You'd pull the string. There's a snake in my boot. You'd pull the string. Howdy, whatever. And,
I
and
love
then it
that.
would just keep. And you'd pull the string, and you're like, I want it to say, "There's a snake in my boot," and I'm going to pull it 3 times, and I know it's going to get there. Yeah.
So the point, I guess, is for many, many years there have been toys that would talk,
yes.
right?
Yes.
And do various things. There were dolls that ate and pooped,
And pooped.
and I had a doll that ran a fever
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
and
that
had a
existed.
and so she would turn red.
Oh, interesting.
And when you put the thermometer in, and it came with like a plastic, it was this horrible plastic. What are those things you put on, like a stomach warming? What are they?
Like a hot water
water bottle for the
Yeah.
stomach, and there was a little like slot in her stomach, and you could put that in. Honestly,
I don't remember that.
so there were
But
there were all these talking things and things that did things.
Yeah.
Today, however, we have artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
And anybody who has used an AI tool can tell you that they talk to you like they're real.
Yes.
They respond to you.
They respond to you, and they don't just respond to you. They learn from past experiences with you.
They do.
So they will remember things that you said
Yes.
5 days ago, and you're like, oh.
Yes. Yes.
So,
They will. I'm bending over because my cat is meowing.
well, you can get up.
We talked about that a couple episodes ago. They only meow at you and humans to get your attention. And she's like, "Are you all still working?"
Yeah, we are.
So so artificial intelligence learns about you, your needs,
Speaking
your
of the
back.
cat.
Speak of the cat. She's on YouTube right now. So it learns, and I found and shared with Alison an artificial intelligence based journal where when you journal, it remembers what you've said in the past. It reminds you, it tells you about your own personality traits. It is really cool. It is really cool.
Yeah.
As is some of the other artificial intelligence things, which are they're like at the same time scary and freaky, but also really cool because of what they can do. Yeah. And it scares me a little bit, honestly.
It does scare me, yeah.
A little bit that like this thing seems so human. Well, now there are plush toys for children that have artificial intelligence and will respond to the children based on what they learn about the children through their interactions. For example, if a child says something like, I don't want to go to school, maybe, I don't know, later that day after school, it might say to them, so how did it go today? I remember that you didn't want to go to school. Yeah. Like it's not only like Chat GPT or there's another one, Claude or Claudio or something.
There's Copilot.
I
think is one.
Genesis. Like not only these things that help adults do things, but also ones that are being designed and being put out in the world that they say will help children to gain emotional intelligence. Yeah. Which is I feel like anything that helps children gain emotional intelligence could be a good thing. At the same time, I need you to talk to humans.
Right. That's my own, I think this is cool in one way. And my other concern is they're not going to talk to humans. And we're going to get into this world where people just talk to computers rather than, one, talking to a human being, or two, seeking help when they need help from an expert.
Yeah, that's true.
That they think that the AI is going to replace, say, therapists or mental health professionals or doctors or whatever. And it's not.
It's not. You still need a mental health professional when you need a mental health professional.
I think you need a human being when you need a human being. If you're saying things to AI that are in this, now you do need a mental health professional, but nobody knows that but your AI toy.
I wonder if they could be, I don't know, I'm totally making this up, but I wonder if they could be set up with some sort of alert system.
Right, that's what I'm saying. If they're now using the AI toy almost as a therapist, and that's cool that it's talking back to them and helping them guide themselves through this troublesome spot maybe that they're in, or their emotions, or it's helping them talk it out. That's cool. But at what point is maybe a child saying things that need more help and it's going into the atmosphere.
I think it would be nice if it alerted somebody,
right?
Even the family,
to
say, "Hey, I'm your child's artificial intelligence toy, and I'm a little concerned."
We're concerned about what
they have those public service announcements,
that
say things like, "If you know someone who is struggling,
right,
please contact 1-800 whatever." I think these things need something that say if your child says certain things or does certain things, we're going to notify you to please get help.
Right.
I don't know if they do that. I'm making this part up.
That they're that advanced yet. I could be wrong, but I think it's kind of cool that because you know how sometimes it's hard for children to talk to an adult about things that are going on, right? So they'll have somebody to talk to, which is cool, but then. Oh, is that what it looks like?
Yeah. I just brought one up on the screen. And it's not the only one, I'm sure.
Furby. Remember those Furbies?
I do remember Furbies.
And they talk too. Furbies.
They did. But they were pre-recorded.
They were pre-recorded, but they talked.
I think you're right about the concern, though, that people are going to use it instead of.
Okay. Yeah, instead of. It's not something to replace a medical
Right.
or a mental health professional.
I think that it's really cool for like saying something like, you know, I'm going to grandma's house, and then later it can say, how was grandma's
How
house?
was grandma's house?
I think that's not a
Yeah.
bad, terrible. I still
I
want to
don't
make
think
sure that
it's-
children have enough interaction with humans, though. Maybe there needs to be limits like we have screen time limits.
Well, that's what I was just looking on here. That one says free daily chat quota included. And
So
a
there's
quota to me makes it
yeah, but
seem
you
like,
can get unlimited if you pay a certain amount of money. There's like a subscription for unlimited
maybe
talk.
there needs to be.
Maybe we just need to limit it.
That.
I'm
Oh my god, it has eye expressions
I
too.
yeah, I feel like I want one.
The next time I'm here, there's gonna be one here, and it's gonna be talking. It's just gonna replace
Oh
me.
my gosh, it's gonna do the podcast with me. I really
It's
do.
so
It is
interesting.
very, very
It really is
interesting.
interesting.
So it
It
learns
says, and it, well, go back. It says it's only for 12 years old and up.
and up. And by the way, these can also, I was reading something before we started to record that was like, it can be used for adults too. Like
Yeah.
people who may feel like they have no one to talk to.
This is what we're doing with that journaling app.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, although I will say it does not replace my therapist.
No, no,
So,
it's true.
yeah.
But it does do things like, you know, fill the air with thoughts.
Yeah, it says
and-
it says a space to vent.
Yeah, I feel like so there is artificial intelligence out in the world that helps to manage your tasks. There's artificial intelligence out in the world that helps you to reflect. There's
Yeah.
artificial intelligence out in the world that helps to like manage your schedule. And if you go, by the way, if you go and you go like to an artificial intelligence tool like that journal we're doing,
Yeah, yeah.
and you say, what's the difference between you and Chat GPT? It'll outline those differences
Well,
for you.
That's what I was just
Right.
reading here.
Right. So,
Like,
you know,
it's-
they toys of the past did not have the ability to build upon what you've taught them about yourself. That's, I think, one of the
Right.
standout qualities of what's coming out now.
Right. I just don't want it to replace true friendship for children,
Right.
you know,
Right.
or true human interaction for children.
Right. I'm concerned about that. You know,
Yeah.
there had already been so much talk about screens replacing interaction.
Yes.
And that's passive. The good thing about this is it's not passive, though. Their brains have to be active. Maybe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's less
I know.
passive than playing
Yeah, I
a
know what you mean.
game
Yeah,
or,
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Again, though, I feel like families should have the right to know if something close to or resembling a crisis is happening.
Right.
That's my concern. I think
Yes.
same as yours. That there will be things confided in this thing, and this thing cannot reach out to a professional to help you, and cannot necessarily at this point go to your family and say, hey, I'm your AI thing and I have concerns.
Well, okay. Here's something else. How private do you think that this should be? Right? Like if a child's confiding in this thing, how can a parent go in and be like, I'm going to download this conversation and see what's going on? Like how is that right? Does the child have a right to talk to this thing as if it's talking to, like, if it's, especially if it's just venting, say you're just venting, right? As everybody needs to vent every once in a while. And sometimes that's not rational thinking sometimes when you're venting, but like, should a parent be able to go in and be like, I'm going to download this conversation. I want a transcript of what was said.
Well, here's something that I don't
Is
know.
that right?
Here's something that I don't know because I don't have children in this age group.
Right.
Like if you put parent controls on things, like,
Yes.
like, or even if you get your child a phone, is there a way to indicate like, this is a child's smartphone. I want to be able
Right.
to access.
Well, you could put
the text
limits
messages.
on things, can't you?
You can lock things, yes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Right. I don't know. And then like, because I get the whole like, yeah, if there's a crisis going on, somebody needs to be alerted. But at
Yeah.
the same time,
You know, when you
do they
talk
have
to
a right to be private? I don't.
when you talk to a therapist, that's a human being who knows
Yes.
what they should tell you as a family and what they don't need to
Yes.
tell you as a family, right? They can be a little
Yes.
discerning.
Yeah.
And they can decide, okay, this bit of information here is not going to harm anybody. I don't need to necessarily tell them these details. But this other thing that the child said they need to know.
Right.
That so a human being can discern that.
Right.
The artificial intelligence toy cannot discern that.
Right.
So they may be kind of cool to have around, I don't know that I would teach my child to confide emotionally in it. How about that? Maybe use it like we used the other toys in the past. And great if it remembers you went to grandma's house. That's nice.
Right.
But if you are sad or upset or scared, you have to come to me. This toy cannot help you.
Replace human.
And I don't think they're not claiming they're trying to replace humans. They're not. They're not saying we're going to replace humans. They're saying it's used in conjunction with.
Yeah.
But the children don't always understand in conjunction with.
That's what I'm saying. The children do not understand that it is in conjunction with that. They might, in their technology-filled world, think this is, I don't know, not a replacement. That's not the right word. I don't know. But they might think, okay, I'm getting the help I need through this. I don't need to see a therapist. I don't need to tell my parents. I'm getting the help here.
Every family is going to have to decide for themselves what they do with this. I suspect that eventually this is going to be, it'll just be part of the ether if it's not already. Maybe it is already.
Is. I mean, it's already being sold, right?
It's right. So, children will see it from other children, and everyone's going to have to figure out how to manage it, just like we've had to figure out how to manage all other technology.
Right.
But please do manage it.
Yeah.
Please do make sure that the children know what they need to talk to you about, or a teacher about, or anyone who can actually reach out and help them.
Yeah.
And that they understand that sometimes we go to real people and sometimes the toy is okay. I think they need to know it's a toy. It's a toy. Let's call it a toy.
Yeah.
Right? It's a toy like your other toys.
Yeah.
So, so many people talk about this AI. Where's it going? I think we can rapidly see where it's going. It's going. And we're not going to stop it.
Yeah.
So the question is, how do we help children to understand, children who are growing up with artificial intelligence, how do we help them to understand its place in our world? Do I love that my gadget keeps my shopping list? 100%. Do I love that I wear gadgets that tell me about my heart rate? 100%. Do I even love confiding in that journal a little? Yes, but I'm an adult who knows when to speak to a therapist if I would need one, or a coach or something.
I already see a therapist, so this is just kind of to fill in the
It's
blanks when
it's
he's
an
not
add-on,
there.
right? It's an add-on. It should only be an add-on.
Yeah.
So as you see these things out in the world, folks, I understand if you may want it. I understand if you get it for your children. There are so many things that I think I got for my children that the prior generation was like, they don't need that. So I understand that you might get it. I just want everyone to think it over, use it wisely. Yeah. Limits are always a good thing for children.
Right.
Always. They need to know there are limits in our life. There are limits. Things are limited. Because then what they learn to do is impose their own limits.
Yeah.
Right? And they need to be able to do that. So I hope you'll all go back and think about this.
Yeah.
And you got anything else for them? No, now I'm like mind boggled by this.
I don't know. Yeah, the whole thing is a little
otherworldly. It's otherworldly. It's very Jetsons. Remember the Jetsons? Very Jetsons. Or very, if you know the movie Bicentennial Man with Robin Williams, great movie where he starts out as a housekeeping robot and ends up being human.
But I
Chooses
feel
to
like
become
that's
human.
what's happening. Like the robots are becoming more human-like. Like look
They
at
are.
AI. AI, like when you were talking to, I don't want to say the name of it, but like you would talk to things. It would be like, okay, I'll put that on your shopping list. Now it's like, no, it's talking to you like it's a conversation. Like it remembers what I told you yesterday. Like it's not just like, okay, like it's, and that's just the beginning. So like, where is it going to go?
Oh, who knows?
And that's where it gets a little scary. And now it knows all your inner thoughts, and you're like,
I'm just going to recommend Bicentennial Man. Go find it. I'm sure it's streaming.
I know. Yeah.
All right, folks. And that's the latest and greatest from the toy world and the technology world. And the next episode we're doing, if I am correct, has nothing to do with technology. Nothing to do with it at all, actually. Yes. So we hope you will come back and to find out what do they talk about next time on how preschool teachers do it.
Yeah.
Catch you next time, folks.
Bye, peeps.
Bye, peeps.